welcome in this evening. I'm Lizzie Arbogast, sports editor at Tallapoosa Publishers, alongside managing editor Santana Wood. How are you tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
I have no idea what day of working at home.
I wish that we had like a counter for it. So my dad's on like super quarantine because he has an underlying health condition, and he was originally 60 days. So he tells me he's getting out of prison on Friday, but I don't think he'll necessarily change that much at this point. But at least he's sort of counting for us.
Yeah, well, good. I'm glad that he's at least. Yeah.
Hold on one sec. Sorry, technical difficulty here.
That's the fun part of working from home. We have a lot of technical difficulties.
Good. I think we're okay now. Okay. So we want to talk tonight about graduations. Obviously the schools around the area are trying to find a way to honor those graduates, with Governor Kay Ivey opening things up a little bit more. The restrictions on gatherings are no longer limited, obviously, if you're able to keep up social distancing. So a lot of the schools have elected to go the route of a more traditional graduation, just with limited ticketing, social distancing, that kind of thing. So we just want to give you guys kind of a rundown of what we have.
Yeah, so we do know that next week are all Elmore County's, most of the Elmore County school systems graduation ceremonies are set for next week. Stanhope Elmore's will be Monday night at 7 p.m. Tuesday night, 7 p.m. will be Wetumpka's. Also Wednesday night, we've got Horseshoe Bend at 5 p.m., Elmore County High School at 7 p.m., Thursday, we've got Dadeville at 5 p.m., Holtville at 7 p.m., Central Coosa at 7 p.m., and then Friday will be Benjamin Russell's at 9 a.m.
Yeah, and so Benjamin Russell is sort of the outlier here. While all of those schools that Santana listed above will be doing theirs at their respective football fields, Benjamin Russell has elected to keep it indoors. So essentially it's going to start at 9 a.m. and there's going to be groups of seniors that can come in. They'll come in, I believe it's 20 seniors at a time, and then one person will come in with their family. I think it's a limit of 6 people. We'll get to honor their graduate, then they'll leave and the next person will come in. So that is a little bit of an outlier at this point.
Right. So, I think it's very interesting, just the whole situation. I mean, a lot of schools were planning that inside an auditorium and really, really spacing out the graduates. But now, after that updated announcement from Governor Ivey, many are opting to that more traditional, on the football field, traditional graduation, which is good to see. I kind of have mixed feelings about it, personally, just because I want to see the seniors have a normal graduation, but at the same time, it's just, I don't know. I've got mixed feelings about it, but we also do know that Edgewood's graduation is planned for May 28th. Also got Reeltown's May 22nd at 7 p.m. Edgewood's location is still to be determined. Tallahassee is also May 29th at 8 p.m. Also limiting tickets there as well. Theirs will be on the football field. So some details still being worked out for most schools, but most schools are getting a plan in place and planning to have it on that football field.
Yeah, so I think at least the good news is that a lot of these officials are also, in that same boat of the number one priority has to be the safety of the kids and the families that will be there. So I think they're going to take every precaution they can in terms of getting people in the door safely and also marking off. Like I know Dadeville is only going to be using every other row. Holtville is going to be using both sides of the stadium, which they don't typically do. So there certainly will be some changes and things like that, but they're going to do the best they can to keep everybody safe. We here at Tallapoosa Publishers are doing a lot of projects that we're working on to also honor the senior class. Here in sports, you'll probably have noticed that we've started a senior spotlight, basically just kind of highlighting the accomplishments of each senior class for the spring sports. They didn't get to have a whole season, which is really unfortunate. That will also culminate in our virtual senior night, which is currently scheduled to premiere on May 30th.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see that come together. We will also have special graduation sections with photos of these seniors, all the seniors in our area schools. We'll also have that go along with a class of 2020 video that you've probably seen us talking about, posting on Facebook about. This is a really good project that we're doing as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, any way that we can help to honor these seniors, and make it as normal for them as possible is certainly something that we want to do.
Absolutely. So, we do want to give y'all a little bit of an update tonight before we get into some local news. We just want to give you the rundown of the latest case numbers in the state and locally. As of 6:30 tonight, there are 10,700 reported positive cases statewide of the coronavirus. That's an increase of 236 since our show last night. According to Alabama Department of Public Health, there are also 450 reported deaths due to COVID-19. That's an increase of 15 since last night.
Yeah, so locally, Tallapoosa County also saw an increase of 8 confirmed cases that they're now at 338, and one additional death, now at 51 deaths.
Elmore County now has 150 reported cases. That's just an increase of 1. Also has 5 deaths now. That is an increase of 1 COVID-19 death since last night as well.
And Coosa County, luckily, is staying strong at the same numbers, 33 confirmed cases and just that one death. We did show you guys those curves again this evening, so hoping to see those flatten out as much as possible. So we're going to take a quick break, and we will be back to talk some local news for the day. Hey, welcome back. I'm Lizzie Arbogast, sports editor here at Tallapoosa Publishers, alongside my managing editor, Santana Wood. As you guys know, we always talk about the numbers. Also wanted to give you guys a rundown of what the plans are for graduation. I know a lot of people are itching to see some sense of normalcy for these seniors, so hopefully they will get that with these planned graduations.
Definitely. So we want to give y'all an update on some local news tonight. In Tallapoosa County, Alexander City Fire Department Captain Chris Queen, retired Tuesday after nearly 40 years of service. The station honored him with a luncheon, gifted him a Firefighter Tribute Edition rifle. Really good to see that as well.
Yeah, that's very awesome. 40 years, anytime you can do anything for 40 years, that's quite the accomplishment. So over in Elmore County, the city clerk, Michael Dozier, reminded people who don't feel safe going out to those polls in July can still request an absentee ballot. So they need to request those by July 9th. You can do that online. It's intended for people who can't physically make it to the polls typically for whatever reason, but also, those requirements have changed a little bit due to the coronavirus.
Yeah, he was really adamant that, this is really in place so that the person's right to vote is not taken away just because they may not feel comfortable going out to those polls. So we also have some good news here in Alexander City. Main Street Alexander City and the city of Alexander City partnered together to place tables and chairs in Strand Park. There are 5 tables each. They have 4 chairs, and they're spaced 6 feet apart.
Yeah, I'm actually personally pretty excited about this because, I don't live that far from Strand Park. I take my dog out there a lot. I was excited when the trash cans came, and I'm excited for the table. So all good things. Strand Sessions is going to be kicking off here in June. It's an open area, lots of space. So there's plenty of room for social distancing. So nice to see, our local organizations doing something just to give people a chance to get out and again, get that sense of normalcy again.
Yeah, for sure. So, as always, we want to thank y'all for tuning in tonight. Thank you so much for trusting us as your local news source. We will continue to deliver you the latest updates and local news each day. And we will see y'all tomorrow at 7 p.m. Again, I'm Santana Wood, managing editor, alongside Lizzie Arbogast, sports editor. Y'all have a good night.